got two options. I really don't have a lot of time to make these decisions. It's either go back out to the street and try to tough it out again, or go to church jail, an overgrown church camp. All for the sake of having somewhere to stay. I was out in Dallas. I couldn't take that shit no more in that apartment. I left. Bro, I almost committed suicide. Suicide. Yeah, suicide. I almost committed suicide out there in that apartment. Honestly and truthfully. Clip wasn't loaded, but the crazy part is having a foresight is the next time it might have been. And I came for some crazy reason, bro. Came and went to my mom's crib. And now the options I have, I just don't like them. And I'm thinking I'm gonna do church jail. And I'll call it church jails because nigga, you can't even have no phone in that hole, is what they told me. It's a year program. 6 months, no phone. So I'm thinking that's what I'm gonna do, bro. Go to church jail. But the crazy part about it is, all my family said they wouldn't help me unless I did this. But I know me, knowing me, when I do this, if it's going to get me everything that I've been trying to work for, and I go through this process, this program, I'm already knowing me. The distance is gonna stay there. Y'all might be willing to deal with me, but I'm not gonna want to deal with y'all even more. So, and maybe that's a bad thing. Maybe that's a good thing. Who knows? I don't know. I just have the foresight to know me. Because it's only fair that I get to mirror what's been shown to me. And I'm not, I mean, I just, at this point in my life, I just don't care about that shit. So even if that is my best option to go to church jail for a year, cool, I go to church jail, I get all the time. But I guess it was just like a new dynamic of like sometimes why you need to check it alone sometimes. You want my power. You want to control me. You want my power. I'm no dummy. I'm no dummy. I'm no dummy. You want my power. Be giving up my control. That's what it sounds like to me. What it sound like to you? I ain't even want to talk about this. That's why I just take accountability. I only see it from my side, bro. I only want to see it from my side. But that's why people want you to take accountability. I always gotta take accountability in every situation. Okay, I'll put it like this: if it's always more than one person in one situation, in a situation, but it's always the same person taking accountability, bias. Anybody can tell you. Science can look at that and tell you that shit ain't right. I don't know. I might be rambling. I might not be, but like certain things don't make sense. Like I don't know. Like I take accountability for letting somebody else do my laundry last night. I let somebody else take my laundry and do it because it was gonna be free for them to do it versus just me doing it like I usually do. And this morning, guess what happened? Had a situation. I guess it's the fact of don't say nothing is what motherfuckers want me to not do, like not say nothing. Because I guess when I address it, I guess it's me being angry or me being upset, and it's like, nah, you was just doing some backhanded, mischievous shit that you call it testing, like you were testing me, and it's just like I just not going for your program, so I call it out, and when I call it out, now it's like, well, why are you mad again, Timothy? Why are you upset? Why are you when da da da? It's like because you can't see that I'm seeing that I see what you are doing. Like, come on. But it's like little micro things like that, bro. To make it to make the overall picture look like I'm the issue. I'm the issue. I'm the issue because I had to spend a year. Well, hold on. How long was it? I had to spend a year with just two pair of drawers. So because I had to live through that survival ass experience, I'm anal about the amount of underwear I have and this and that. So that make me an issue. Not that make me the problem. Because I had to spend a year with only two pair of drawers, having to wash them hoes every other day for a year. And then when I finally got some money, some income tax, I went and got some more drawers. And I've been able to keep up with all my drawers, my socks, my this, my that, as long as I've been doing my laundry. But the one time I let somebody else do my laundry, when you bring me back my laundry, you bring me back what you want me to have versus my own laundry. And it's just like, nope, I'm not playing games. And that's what I mean by I understand why people don't address it, don't say nothing. Because at first I didn't say nothing. I was like, man, let me look through all this stuff again. Look through it all again. I'm like, okay, yeah, no, it's not there. The only things are these two. Yeah, no, I'm not. going back through that. You're not sending me back through there with just 2 pair of drawers. Nah, I ain't doing that. So I took them 2 pairs, tossed them all out, and I walked across the street to Walmart and I bought me some new drawers. Well, I texted him and I was just like, hey, I'm missing this and that. He called me like, no, you got that. I remember folding that up, a red pair and a gray pair. And I'm like, didn't even say nothing. I just let him get it off. I ain't say nothing. Yeah, no, I ain't got no red drawers. Those are red basketball shorts. No, I ain't got no. Those gray shorts. Yeah, those on. I didn't say nothing. I just let him get it off. Don't waste your money on stuff that you already got. Yeah, no. I got you. I already bought it. Walk right inside. Bought me some new drawers. I'm not living that cycle, bro. Having what you want me to have versus that's just me. So I go to the phone and said my little not mantra. Said my little prayer about it. I released that article, you know what I'm saying? Released the article fully, you can keep it, you can have it, you know what I'm saying? Let my peace return to me, you know what I'm saying? I don't need it. Just how I go into it. But it's just like shit like that. To where I really could have went bad, like stop lying, you know you lying, or you know, whatever it is. I don't have time for this shit. It's all these little testing games, all these little micro things that you're doing to try to prove a point, you're affecting my life. You see what I'm saying? You're affecting my life. So you're not about to just have me outside pressure. But it's affecting my life because as much as we all know that you deserve to be cussed out or you know what I'm saying, be yelled at or have something said to you about the game that you're playing, I can't do that because it's a lose-lose if I do it. If I do it, it's a lose-lose. It's proving more of your point that I'm unstable and closer to handle issues that can't resolve conflicts. Right? So the only way I win is silence. Because even when I'm telling you, hey, you know, I see that you're testing and you're doing this and you're doing that. In all reality, you're the problem. Doing these things, that's the issue. Taking the time out of your day to set these traps or whatever, that's the problem. That's the issue. Not me and how I'm reacting to it. Because you're able to break everybody else to where they don't say nothing and this and that. Like, that doesn't make you right. I see what you're doing. So the fact that I'm seeing it and I'm blowing up at you every point, you don't even have the logic and the common sense to take that as a lesson. As a they see what I'm doing, so let me stop. No, you lean in even more. You see what I mean? You see what I mean about your anger problems? You see what I mean about you being nasty? You see what I mean? But the whole time you're not seeing what I mean about causing you being the hitting hand behind all of this. You see what I'm saying? I don't see what you mean about how I'm reacting because you're refusing to see that I see you're the hidden hand behind you. Damn it. You don't get that? It's not a thing that I just want to go down, go all bad. It's a thing that, like, the game should have been over. You keep trying to play games that have already been exposed. And that's why I meant what I said the other day. It's not a thing of me passive play. It's a thing of if I am, because me and this person been arguing for a couple of years. But it's like I told them at one point, if I am crazy, it's because of you. It's because of this. It's because of how. It's because your refusal to change. Like, I don't know. I don't even know how to do this shit. I can, but it'd be better. Because I'm not all body cam. That's really what I want. Because a GoPro or body cam or Meta glasses, they'll be able to show you. Okay, they'll be able to show you how. Okay, how I was just explaining about the argument that we had for half an hour. Well, eventually, we'll just shut up. But it'll explain my side to where it's like, listen, I'm not crazy. I'm not just causing issues when you know what I'm saying? Like, it'll show you me being on my purpose, going through shit, finding something that, oh, this fits, and I can get paid to solve all these. Okay, yeah, so all these things that people say are the issues. Yeah, this job will pay me for those. Yeah, okay, but I need to get this. All right, well, let me make this call. And then I'll make the call, and then I'll pick up what the call was about. And I get to hang up the call and be like, see, damn, that's crazy, ain't it? Whenever I'm making moves and progress in the right direction, the same people or person or people that claim that they want to help me, I got to fight them on this, just on basic things. When I'm moving in the right direction. So if you helping me, we supposed to be on the same page. When I ask you a basic question about this, it shouldn't be a point of teaching or preaching or what you feel like is a lesson or you trying to redirect my focus on something else. But when I try to explain afterwards, it's just he's deflecting and projecting. But there in the when it's tracked, I can make content out of it. That's even better. See how crazy I am, guys? I don't know. I'm just chilling right now, bro. What's the point? Ain't no point. What's the point in trying anything? I'm just gonna get met with force, and I'm gonna react, and then that's just gonna prove more of y'all point than mine. And it's like maybe going to church jail is even better. Just go to church jail for a year, my nigga. If I can fuck around, get a little apartment and a decent ass job to where I'm working 40 hours a week, I ain't gotta do the overtime BS. I ain't gotta be in no management. I ain't gotta break my back just to get the bare minimum, get the basics, yield the basics, then that's probably the best idea, bro. And like I said, whatever relationships I don't have going into it, I should probably just keep it that way. Because if I get everything I want by completing it, why would I add any problems back into my life? If they were problems before, they're gonna be problems afterwards. That's just how I look at it, bro. I know some people probably look at me and say, "Oh, that's sad that he thinks about it that way." And to those people, I would say, "You're probably right in your assumptions and your thinking." But also to those people, I would say, "I don't care to prove you wrong." Like I don't care to try to. I don't care to try to prove you wrong. Just be right. Bro, because I know when I go to church jail, the crazy part is if I go to church jail, I ain't gonna be saying, I'm come out, I'm not. I'm probably just gonna be a silent ass person because all I'm gonna be doing is talking to myself in my head about how weird all this shit is, how weird life truly really is, and how weird everybody around fucking is. But like I said, give me a motherfucking me. Give me a motherfucking me. a little job to hold down. Oh well, shut my mouth. Yeah, I'm gonna be the guy that clearly doesn't want to be there.